Entering 2016, the Oakland Raiders had just finished their 4th season in a row of less than 500 football. But those past results did not reflect the expectations of the 2016 Raiders. With an offense led by arguably the most promising young quarterback in the league and a defense that welcomed the arrival of former Chief Sean Smith and former Seahawk Bruce Irvin, these Raiders were looking less and less like those Raiders. In this Week 6 edition of Raider Week, the Chiefs were 2-2 and coming off a dreadful loss to the Steelers, while the Raiders were 4-1 and on a 3-game winning streak. In what seemed like two teams trending in very opposite directions, the Chiefs needed to reverse the course, and it would need to come on a rainy, dreary day in the Bay Area.
Chiefs kick it off from the 35. We are underway at the Coliseum. Taken by Richard at the 5. Right return. Now turns back left. 20, 25. Breaks to the outside. Demarcus Robinson loses contain. He runs past Barrington across midfield. And the Oakland Raiders are going to have fantastic field position to start the game.
There's a 1st and 10. Carr. And he's got Amari Cooper. It's Carr with the 2nd down and 8. There was pressure from Ford, and he finds his receiver. That's Cooper again.
Play action fake. Carr standing tall in the pocket. Left side throw. The defender slips. Catch is made at the 5 to the 4.
Over there looked like Gaines grabbing him around the waist. Another 11-yard gain. So Cooper has caught it for 11, for 18, and 11 again.
Snap back to Carr. Stands tall in the pocket. Floats it for the end zone. Diving catch is made. Touchdown, Oakland Raiders.
What a drive!
The surgical opening drive came as no surprise to many. The Raiders' offense had been dominant early in 2016, ranking in the top 5 in both yards and points. On the ensuing drive, the Chiefs' offense sputtered, punting after just 5 plays and 1 first down.
Brought down on the play, there is Khalil Mack.
But as was so often the case in 2016, the Chiefs' defense had an answer.
A little tricky formation here. Carr is under pressure. Now he's throwing to the near side. The pass will be intercepted by Peters on an underthrow by Carr.
They were going for Crabtree, who slipped, and the ball picked off at the Kansas City 43. Peters with another pick.
After carving up the Chiefs' defense throughout the opening drive, with mostly short passes just a few yards downfield, the Raiders tried to take a shot here on 1st down, and it cost them. Running a go route on the outside, Raiders wide receiver Michael Crabtree briefly stuttered at the 1st down mark, causing Peters to plant his feet and charge forward, allowing Crabtree to run by him into the secondary. But as Carr looked in that direction, Chiefs outside linebacker Dee Ford burst into the pocket and into Carr's line of sight, causing the Raider quarterback to hesitate briefly. By this point, Crabtree was already more than 20 yards downfield, and in the pouring rain, throwing off his back foot while avoiding the rush, Derek Carr's pass was woefully short.
I mean, it was wet, first of all, and I knew that he couldn't be able to throw the ball that far. So I knew the ball was going to hang. So as soon as after he got past me, I just looked up. I just trusted my instincts.
It was a costly turnover. After struggling mightily until that point, the Chiefs suddenly found themselves with the ball at midfield and momentum on their side.
It was probably a bad decision. Probably overestimated his ability to just flip it down there.
7:43 to go, first quarter. Play action fake bootleg. Kelsey wide open at the 45-yard line midfield. Downfield block from Conley. Bashes into the Raider defender and out of bounds.
3 tight ends. Pistol, 1st and 10.
Spencer Ware off tackle left, 35. Gets to the second level and goes down at the 29.
Schwartz the block. Smith. And he's got Thomas.
They give it off to Ware. Goes right into the end zone. Touchdown! Kansas City through a big old hole in that Oakland defense.
And the Peters interception, which leads pro football, sets up the possession.
In an instant, the game was changed. The Chiefs' offense barreled downfield for the game-tying score on just 6 plays. And a Raiders offense that seemed invincible on the opening drive was suddenly ordinary in comparison.
High snap by Kondo. Missed. Wide left.
In the second quarter, the Chiefs took control.
Four-man front, the big run stuffers. Now Jamal Charles goes right. 45 to the 40. Cuts back left. Crosses the 35. Tight wing right side, left to right. Alex Smith sidestepping into the pocket against a blitz. Wilson near side. Catches the football. He's inside the 5.
He had the matchup he wanted working on Mack, and that was a matchup that Alex Smith saw. 26-yard pickup, first and goal.
Check out the blocking up front. See Jamal Charles. He picks up the corner off the edge. It gives Alex Smith just enough time to push the ball down the field.
Jamal blocked by Kelsey. Knifing his way in for 6.
Touchdown! Kansas City! Jamal Charles back on the field and back in the end zone.
So you have this new look, new attitude Oakland Raiders team. They're 4-1. They score the first touchdown on the opening drive, but the Chiefs don't back down.
They don't. And it was the theme throughout the season, is the defense stepping up when their backs were against the wall, and we saw it early in this game. And one of the storylines coming into this game was Derek Carr and his traditional struggles against Bob Sutton and this Chiefs defense. And after that first drive, you maybe thought it was a thing of the past. He was 4-5, 44 yards, had some chunk plays, and had that touchdown right there. But the Chiefs defense responded. Bob Sutton adjusted, and the momentum kind of changed with Marcus Peters' interception. We've talked a lot about Marcus Peters returning to his hometown of Oakland and making plays, and that was one of the biggest plays early in this game, was what he was able to do, how the defense was able to respond, and they were going to have to continue doing that, because what we saw from that Raiders offense, they were high-powered, they could put up points quickly, both in the running game and they picking up chunk plays in the passing game, that it was going to take pressure from these guys. And storyline early in the season for the Chiefs was who was going to step up with Justin Houston being out and missing considerable time early in the season, and the answer was Dee Ford. And we saw one of the best games of his career, and when it was needed the most, Dee Ford stepped up for this team, particularly late in this game.
And as Chiefs fans know, there's no week like Raider Week, and we continue that after the break.
Coming up on Chiefs Replay.
You know what? He's got phenomenal hands. I mean, I know that's hard to say about a nose guard, but he's got phenomenal hands. It was just a matter of looking at it in, be patient, and then cut the beef loose.
Chiefs Replay is brought to you by Microsoft Surface, official tablet of the NFL. Prime Sport. Get your tickets to the Chiefs tailgate party, presented by Bud Light at primesport.com/Chiefs. Overland Park Auto Group, home of the Red Friday Rally. And by the University of Kansas Hospital, the official healthcare provider of the Chiefs and the athlete in you.
Ware in the backfield. Here comes Alex Smith. 8 of 9 in the first half, first and 10.
Out of the eye, play action fake. Fires a pass, Conley catch, 35.
First and 10, throw outside. Oakland. Then about by Anderson about the 45-yard line.
After giving up a late second quarter Sebastian Janikowski field goal to bring the Raiders within 3 points at the half, the Chiefs started the third quarter with purpose, completing 3 short passes in succession to reach midfield. The quick jabs of 13, 7, and 7 yards got the Raiders' defense on their heels. But the fourth play of the drive brought the knockout punch.
First and 10, Chiefs at the Oakland 48. Spencer Ware, high formation. Sherman in front of him. It's Ware, lead left side with Toots in front of him. He's at the 40, he's at the 30, up the sideline 20, inside the 10, and drags a Raider all the way down to the 3-yard line.
A 45-yard gallop put him at the Raider 3, first and goal.
After passing out of heavy formations, using multiple tight ends and fullbacks on the first 3 plays of the drive, the Chiefs opted to run the ball here, and they ran right over the Raiders' defense. Eric Fisher earned the key block on cornerback Sean Smith, sealing the edge, and Laurent Duvernay-Tardif got just enough of linebacker Malcolm Smith to keep him from getting to the ball. Ware did the rest, and the Chiefs were in business.
You're going to see Kelsey. He's going to block down. They pull the tackle. But look at the wall that's created on this left side of this offensive line. Smith needs to play with his outside shoulder. He needs to force that run back up inside. That's just too easy for Spencer Ware.
Ware's 45-yard gallop was the longest play of the day for either team, And it was the exclamation point on what was likely the most dominant performance of the season for the Chiefs' offensive line.
Since last year, we developed that trust in our run game, and we're first off starting, with our offensive coaches and their calls. We allow them to believe in us, and we try to get the job done. My linemen did an excellent job today. We're covering guys up, firing out the ball, and as running backs, we feed off that.
Yeah, everybody sees it, and I think the thing that I think most encouraged today was the way he ran. Never tiptoeing, not passive. I mean, it was wet, rainy. To kind of put that, behind him and move on and run really, really hard and physical today.
Hill at the top of your screen. It's an end around. Macklin, he wants to throw, and he throws it away, and no one was home.
While no one on the Kansas City sideline was complaining about the Chiefs' commanding start to the second half, their position inside the Raiders' 5-yard line wasn't quite as encouraging as one might normally expect. Goal-to-goal situations were a challenge for the Chiefs in 2016, as they earned a touchdown on just 55% of their appearances inside their opponent's 10-yard line, the second worst percentage in the league. After failing to break through on first and second down, it appeared they might be in trouble again. It's in situations like this where it's best to have a secret weapon.
Dontari Poe is in the game, and don't overlook him getting the ball here. This might be a pass to Poe.
Poe is in, 92 off the line. It's Poe, the catch, the bulldozing move, and a touchdown. Dontari Poe. The big man rumbling in.
Andy Reid is famed for his play design acumen, but no one expected him to use it this way. After setting an NFL record in 2015 for the heaviest player to score a touchdown when he took a handoff for a 1-yard score against the Chargers in Week 11, Dontari Poe's evolution as an offensive threat continued here.
Give them a week off, and this is the kind of stuff they come up with.
Well, look at all the movement. You're going to see them shift out. Here's Dontari Poe. He was in the backfield initially, and then he lines up in that bunch set. You see the 3 big men up in front block, and he just does the rest. He looks like he knows what he's doing. He lowers the boom.
Play was in since probably OTA, so it's been a while, long time, man. They say practice makes perfect, so we done practiced over 100 times, I know, so we finally got it done.
I was a little bummed to see that. I think they ruled it a lateral. I guess we'll have to see the tape on that one.
Yeah, you know what? He's got phenomenal hands. I mean, I know that's hard to say about a nose guard, but he's got phenomenal hands. It was just a matter of looking at him, be patient, and then cut the beef loose.
Coming up on Chiefs Replay.
Carr to throw. Now steps up into the pocket. Hit from behind. Fumbles the ball. And the Chiefs pick it up. It was Dee Ford. A strip from behind.
Raiders have been down in 3 of their 4 wins in the second half, and here they are down again.
Losing by 10 points in the third quarter, the Raiders were down, but they certainly weren't out. Of their 12 wins in 2016, they trailed in the second half in 8 of them. And Derek Carr finished 3rd in the NFL in fourth quarter passer rating.
Well, you mentioned the Raiders. They've won 4 games by a total of just 12 points. They have the ability to strike quickly with Derek Carr.
The Raiders' second half comebacks came, at least in part, as a result of their propensity for making big plays. When he wasn't facing the Chiefs' defense in 2016, Derek Carr earned a 127.8 quarterback rating on deep passes, which would have been good enough for 2nd in the NFL behind Matt Ryan. But the Chiefs' defense seemed intent on making the Raiders win a different way in Week 6.
Takes the snap, belt high, pump faking. Now looks over the middle, all kinds of time, and overthrows the running back, DeAndre Washington.
They've got 6 back there in the secondary, 3rd and a short 4. And Sorensen was all over Richard, the drop ball.
Carr, knee-high snap out of the shotgun. Jones after him, passes high and incomplete, intended for Amari Cooper. It is another 3 and out.
For much of the second half, they rushed just 3 or 4 linemen, dropping several defensive backs into coverage, giving Carr very few options to throw the ball downfield.
Time. Almost intercepted by the linebacker, Justin March Lillard.
In the end, he completed just 7 passes in the second half for 56 yards, the longest gaining just 16 yards, and the Raiders' comeback fizzled.
Carr moves right, screen pass, boom! Derek Johnson
What a hit! What a stick!
We know they got a good squad. They try to play physical and they play aggressive, but shoot, we do too. And we just wanted to challenge them, and we just tried to adjust on the back end and just give them different looks to try to confuse them, and it all worked out in the end.
I really don't know. It wasn't really anything that they were doing that was different or not what we expected. So I'm not really sure. Just thinking off the top of my head, why?
With nowhere to go downfield, the Chiefs' pass rush closed in during the fourth quarter.
Carr to throw. Now steps up into the pocket, hit from behind, fumbles the ball, and the Chiefs pick it up! It was Dee Ford! A strip from behind!
On this play, Carr looked in the direction of Michael Crabtree, running a comeback pattern on the outside, but Tamba Hali jumped as the quarterback cocked his arm and obscured his view. Carr tucked the ball and ran, trying to buy time, but Dee Ford was already there. It was the first strip sack of his career, and it put any hint of a Raiders comeback to rest.
It's pretty much a coverage sack. We just kept rushing, never gave up on the play. I came through and I was able to make a play, but that's all attributed to our secondary.
Carr to throw. Here comes the rush. Carr scrambling, flag on the play. He is tackled from behind at the 21 by Dee Ford, who has put on a show in this second half on the road.
Dee Ford's is up the top. He's going to beat Austin Howard around the edge. Look at the effort and the finish from Dee Ford.
And the Chiefs with a gutsy, muddy win, trailing 7-0, opening the game.
Andy Reid will pass Mike Holmgren for number 14 in most wins as a head coach at 175, and he and the Chiefs have now got 7 consecutive AFC Western Division wins.
This is a mature football team with excellent leadership and toughness. And you're going to go back to last year when they peeled off 10 straight wins to finish the regular season at 11-5 and go on to win a playoff game.
Hey, great job, fellas. I'm proud of you. Awesome job. A lot of heart right there. All kinds of heart. And then AFC West win. Those are big, man. When you say that someplace to come in here and play.
If people hadn't found out yet, we are a very resilient team. Anytime we're faced with challenges, we're going to meet those expectations. You know what I mean? So we wanted to come in and have a great game. It was a divisional game. AFC West, we're 2-0. That's what we wanted to leave.
I think the Chiefs knew at the beginning of the season they were going to be without Justin Houston, meaning the pressure was going to be on Dee Ford. He makes a big statement in this game.
We've been waiting for this for a few years. You always knew he was going to have to step up at some point. It seemed like every time Dee Ford was called upon to step up, it was always a division game. 2 years ago, we saw it against San Diego, but he made some huge plays in this game, finished with 2 sacks, had the huge strip sack fumble. And what I think I'm going to remember most about that game is it was really one of the first times that we saw Ford make a key play that wasn't just a speed rush around the edge where he beats the tackle and bends it. He actually redirected back inside when Carr stepped up. He had the wherewithal, not only the athletic ability to do it, but noticed it as he was going upfield, redirects, chased him from behind, and makes the key play late in the game. And we knew that he was capable of doing that. We saw him do it at practice. He had talked about it a lot, but to see it happen in a game was huge. To see it happen in that stadium against that offense made it even more impressive, because Derek Carr, we know what kind of season that he ended up having, and for him after that first drive to just throw for 181 yards, didn't have any touchdowns, didn't lead the Raiders to any touchdowns after that first drive, was impressive. Had the one interception from Marcus Peters that really got things started, but when you think back of what this game meant to the overall season, with identical records between the Raiders and Chiefs, both finishing with 12-4 records, this game was a statement win looking back, 26-10, thoroughly dominating the team in your division to put an exclamation point and prove that you really were the best team in this division and what ended up being one of the better divisions in football.
Chiefs shake off that loss against the Steelers, come out with a big-time win in Oakland.
Chiefs Replay is brought to you by Microsoft Surface, official tablet of the NFL. Prime Sport. Get your tickets to the Chiefs tailgate party, presented by Bud Light, at primesport.com/Chiefs. Overland Park Auto Group, home of the Red Friday Rally. And by the University of Kansas Hospital, the official healthcare provider of the Chiefs, and the athlete in you.